So if you're brand new to GameMaker Studio, here's just a quick primer on getting going. So launch the program. At school, you should have a license key already ready to go. It may need to renew it once in a while, so if you get something about a key not found or something needing to be updated, get the information, update your machine, and then you should be good to go. Okay, so once you've started GameMaker Studio 2, you'll see this kind of interface. Very new. If you're brand new, you may actually want to check out one of the great tutorials that they've offered, including right now there's one called Space Rocks, and that's a really good starting game that you can build in either drag and drop or in GML, which is the programming language. So let's go ahead and hit new. And then straight away it wants us to choose whether we're going to be doing drag and drop or if we're going to be using the programming side. For our purposes, for fishPod, we're going to start with the drag and drop. All right, and then the very first thing it wants you to do is to indicate what the name of the project is going to be. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we have it, fishPod day 1. So again, do make sure that you're saving to the right spot. If you're on the computer system at school, you want to make sure you're putting it into your network drive, also called your H drive. So this starts up the interface that we're going to be using in GameMaker. There's a lot of stuff going on, and again, the tutorials do a nice job of introducing some of these things. But for fishPod, this very first video, all we're trying to do is get some resources loaded in. So if you notice, there's a whole bunch of options up here, ends with help. If you click on the word resources, it actually adds resources as another item you can drop down from, including create sprite. Alternately, you can also come down to sprites here, right click on it, and choose create sprite. The difference between these two is if we want to draw an image using the image editor in GameMaker straight away, so starting from nothing, versus if we've got some files that we're going to use. So we should have access to fishPod resources, and we're going to be using those to load up our sprites. So here is that folder. If you haven't downloaded this yet, you probably want to grab that. This is showing it as images. I can also put it into detail view and then sort them by type. So you see we have a couple different kinds of files, an MP3, a whole bunch of PNGs, which are going to serve as our sprites, and then 4 WAV files that are going to serve as sound effects during the game. Okay, so that's the file or the folder we should have access to. So when I choose to have my resources and I right click on sprites, create sprite from image, I'm going to go find that folder, and we're looking for the gold sprite gold strip 30, and this is indicating it's a PNG, and in this case it has 30 different frames to it, so that'll help us with a little animation. So I'll say open. I can now see the resource, what the little graphic is, and I could even play the animation just to see what it's going to look like. And then the first thing I should do straight away is to rename this as SPR for sprite, and in this case gold, since that's what it is. Okay, it's that easy. You're going to do the same thing for all of the other sprites that are in the folder, the resource folder. So if you right click and choose create from images, you're going to do that with all of the PNG files, and then just use the same kind of name. All right, good luck.